Hello traders. So I'm going to be doing the trade breakdown for Eurnzd. The trade execution is right here. And I wanted to say that I'm going to be doing trade predictions on what pairs I'm going to be doing and fully analyzing them so that we can, fully understand what the thought process is before I take the trade as well as after. All right, so if that's in any way interesting to you, don't forget to follow and let's get into the video, okay? So Eurnzd. Eurnzd. The trend is bullish, clearly, and if you don't understand that yet, I'm going to explain. But the trade I took is a sell, so that makes it a counter trend trade, okay? And I'm going to explain why I did that. First of all, let us understand the trend, okay? So I always start from the weekly. The weekly is bullish, as we can see here, right? Clean, higher highs and higher lows being formed. This being my first higher high. This is going to be this right here is going to be the higher low because this structure here is broken. Okay, so this would be the higher high again, and then we went down to form what a higher low. Okay, so we would be trying to get a higher low here. The daily is the same, but it's just a straight push. So just simply right here. Okay, it's bullish. So this one's the higher high, and this is my higher low. This is where I started. Boom. So here would be what I'm expecting is a higher low to form somewhere around here to the support zone. Okay, so now how many taps do I have on the support zone? One here. Okay, and I think I have more than three, very close to, and three. Okay, I jumped these ones because they went through, but they're rejected around the zone, so they might be counted, but there are cleaner ones, so that's why I just jumped over those. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. So that's enough to establish this zone as a reliable zone, okay? So this is what I was expecting, a deeper level of rejection, something like this, okay? And then a push up. So because the trend is bullish, so the main trade would be a bullish trade, okay? So the longer trade. So let's get into this trade to see what's happening. Now, why am I expecting this? If we ever want to see a higher high be formed, there always must be some form of a higher low, okay? Some form of a rejection or a retracement. So on the daily, on the weekly, there has to be some rejection because this move was very long. So there has to be some form of rejection, retracement, so it can move up, okay? So that's what I was trading. So in the 4 hour, this seems like a very clean resistance zone because I'm trying to go down. So this would be my resistance to bounce down from, okay? To bounce down to. All right, so let's get more into this. So right here, because we are bearish, what we can observe here is what? Lower high and then a lower low here, okay? So this would be again my lower high, and then this would be the lower low that happened to be created within the trade, okay? So even if we're bearish in the 4 hour, as we can see here, because all this is bearish, and whatever structure happens, unless the body closes below this line, we are already bearish, okay? So, but since the daily and the weekly is already bullish, I waited for some structural shift. This would be it, okay? This one, the body closure, this is it. And then I went to the lower time frames to identify some form of an entry. And because the trend was very bullish on the upper ones, on the upper time frames, I just waited for another shift because usually I just wait for a retracement and then engulfing. And even this candle after engulfing, it's rejected. All this is a wick. So this kind of got me concerned. So I waited again and then it shifted. When I saw that this body shifted, I entered. Some retracement happened and this is the execution. Okay, now let's understand the TP. So the TP, I was hoping for a 1 to 3 because, as I said, a deeper retracement was what I was expecting. So something like this would have been reasonable. But as you can see here on the 4 hour structure, it's rejected off of this so clean, right? And when I saw that, I just exited manually for a 1 to 2. That's good enough. something like this, I believe it was. So this is what it is. Don't forget to subscribe and like.